So, you know how people talk about the online only future and just everything to do with the fact that, hey, we're going to have games online and, the only way to get stuff is digitally. And then there are also games where if you buy the physical copy of them, you chuck in the disc, but you still need to download additional content after the fact. I've always hated this idea that if I buy a Ubisoft game, then I have to download additional stuff to allow my disc to basically run. That happened with Assassin's Creed Shadows, that happened with Star Wars Outlaws, that happened with the Avatar game as well, and here is an example of it happening with Outer Worlds 2, because keeping in mind, the games that Xbox releases on PlayStation should not be bought physical. You should not buy the physical copy of, the Halo campaign Evolved when it comes out. You should not buy the physical copy of Outer Worlds 2. You should not get the physical copy of Doom the Dark Ages. You should not buy the physical copy of Gears of War Reloaded. The reason why is because on all of these discs, if you buy the physical copy, there'll be a little box that says additional download required. And because of that, those additional downloads, especially on the Microsoft side, are all powered by Azure. So what happens when Azure goes down? Basically what happens with the Outer Worlds 2, because the Outer Worlds 2 launch had been completely derailed by the fact that there was a Microsoft Azure outage that affected all platforms. Not just Xbox, not just Game Pass, not just PC. Also on PlayStation, of course, because you need that additional download. So, business as usual on Steam otherwise. Outer Worlds 2 is officially here, long-awaited sequel, launch being somewhat hampered by the Microsoft Azure outage. And that Azure outage is so big because it also affected, people's workplaces, educational institutes, any place that uses Microsoft, you're going to have some problems. So, basically what's happening is that due to an, and this is a quote by Obsidian, due to an ongoing Azure service outage, the Outer Worlds 2 may be temporarily unavailable to purchase or install on Xbox Series S and X, the Xbox app on PC, and with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass. I'm surprised they don't mention PS5 on here, since the game also released on PlayStation. We're working with Microsoft to resolve the issue and will update players when we have more information. That's real fun to see. And that's of course the tweet in question. Microsoft confirmed today that it's been hit with a massive outage that seemed to be impacting services like Azure, Microsoft 365, and most relevant to the story, Xbox. You can check the status outage. Well, I mean, it's back up and running now. So while I am recording this late, it's not about the idea of talking about it when it happens, but rather the fact that it's likely going to happen again if, like all of Microsoft's games, need an online connection to install, because for example, if you buy the game with a physical copy, that's going to affect things negatively, and also having like different services on different servers would usually pretty much help, and on different like online platforms, because if you've got everything in Azure and Azure goes down, then what the heck are you gonna do after that? Like, you've basically brought all of your services down to their knees, and especially considering the fact that just like with AWS, a decent amount of the internet is running off of Azure as well, so it's very much worth keeping that in mind too. Yeah, so, and yeah, seemingly working over Steam, which is hugely helpful as well. So another reason why you probably shouldn't be using, Microsoft stuff as well. I'm just surprised they didn't mention PS5 at all in this, but yeah, it's the need for additional downloads after you get any title or anything like that that really doesn't help matters. And again, it just, I don't know why, man. Why do you need an additional download to make your own media work? And especially when like potential service outages could cause that to be a huge problem, because we don't know if these companies are going to exist further along down the line, or hell, even just due to the fact that if these companies no longer exist and we still have physical media that still do, someone seemingly has, somewhere in their cupboard or in a drawer somewhere and they want to play it, what's going to happen then if they need to install the media and make sure that they have an active online connection, but their connection doesn't go anywhere to activate anything at all? the concern has always kind of been there and really hampers the ability to use physical media in that sense. But with all of that being said, though, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this in the comments below. Do you guys play games by Microsoft at all is probably the first question. And then after that, the need for physical media and whatever have you. I think basically anything that I've kind of said in this video, let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. With all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.